Welcome to the Heavy Spoilers Show. I'm your host Paul with a cold, and this video we're breaking down Welcome to Derry. Episode 5 has just hit our screens and episode 6 has a lot to look forward to. Throughout this video we'll be going up what the new teaser shows and how it's setting up things for the future. There's also lots of Easter eggs and nods to the book and basically quite a clear outline of what happens in it. So with that out of the way, I'm going to play the trailer and then we can get into the breakdown where I cough my way through it.
Don't be scared.
Dick, what happened down there? I gotta find what we're looking for.
It started to glow. Maybe we can use it.
Don't be scared.
That kitty killer's still out there. I know where he's hiding.
Let me in.
This thing could see inside my head.
Let me in. Don't be scared.
Keep away from me!
Let me in. Let me in. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. Let me in.
Okay, so the teaser begins with the HBO logo in red over a black and white shot of a corridor. A balloon then drifts in before we cut to black. We hear Pennywise laughing over the top of this and then cut to Dick. Now this shot is something that we've seen in other trailers, namely the Weeks Ahead one, that showed the other side of this with the nurse walking down the corridor. If you're paying close attention to this trailer, then we can see the same nurse later on, albeit obscured. At least I think it's her. When they pin up the poster for Hank, we can see what could be a picture of her in the window behind. Now if you've seen our breakdown of episode 5, then you'll know we were wondering if this was the real Mrs. Kersh. The book tells us she worked as a nurse at a hospital rather than the asylum in Juniper Hill. So I do wonder if Pennywise got her and is basically doing a long game Matty and pretending to be her. We saw Mrs. Kersh at the beginning of episode 3 and it has clearly taken her and her father's form. We do know that it appears as Kersh in chapter 2 as well, and it's nice to Bev before turning evil. We did theorize it might be doing a long game on the fire at the black spot and then luring Hank towards it. When Hank's there, Kersh might tell her husband about the affair and then he'll appear and burn it down with the rest of the gang. Pennywise has also appeared in the trailers with a cleaver, and as we know, Mr. Kersh's nickname is Stan the Cleaver. Either way, the way the trailer is presented, it seems like it's Dick getting a vision of this. It looks like he's being flooded with them since the box was open in the sewers, and we cut to him in a black void akin to the doorway one in episode 5. Leroy asks him what happened, and we see him kind of worn out and sound like fucking heavy spoilers. The mid-season trailer though, that showed us he'd been hitting the bottle, and Dr. Sleep tells us this is a way to dull one's shine, which is why Jack and Danny were turned into alcoholics. We then see the kids discussing the dagger with Lily saying it started to glow. This appeared to stop Pennywise from attacking her, and the kids clearly see it as a weapon. However, there's also a lot of focus on her bracelet as well, and shoutouts to Mark Millink on our last video who pointed out that it might have been the bracelet that stopped it, not the dagger. As we've seen, mate, I don't know how much these daggers actually work, because yeah, Pennywise seems to have no trouble getting around the town. The protection barrier doesn't work, mate. I know they said that he shed into the water, but still, if he can rip up kids in a cinema, I don't think this shit works.
Bullshit!
It's kind of like Matty saying it sleeps in the day, and it's like, well, does it, mate? Because it attacked Marge at school last week, so does it? But yeah, the dagger is the MacGuffin for the moment. Now, we then see the continuation of Lily in the attic, looking over the pictures of Bob Gray and Mrs. Kersh as a kid. Kersh's head then pops up behind her. These are all shots we've seen continuations of in the mid-season and Weeks Ahead trailer, but we get an interesting one later in the teaser. At the 40-second mark, we see the full periwinkle getup, which is what appeared outside Will's house when he was looking through the telescope. It's possible that this is a clue to who Kersh really is, as this is what she wore when she was a kid, which was confirmed in the beginning of episode 3. So I do wonder if this teaser is revealing a lot about the character, and if, just like Bev, she'll see the truth in the attic. Now, as someone who reviews movies constantly, I hop between different streaming services every single day. One thing that always annoyed me was how limited each library is depending on where you live. Like, there could be an amazing film I really want to recommend, and it's available literally everywhere except where I am. Proton VPN fixes that instantly though. With over 13,000 servers, I can switch to a region that actually has the movie and watch it in full quality without any buffering. It even lets me keep separate streaming profiles so I can jump straight into the platforms that I use the most. What I also appreciate is the safety side of things. Streaming platforms, advertisers, even your internet providers, they collect so much data about what you watch. Proton VPN blocks those trackers though, it hides your browsing activity and stops annoying targeted ads from following you around. It keeps your movie nights private, which is exactly how it should be. And right now, great news, Proton VPN's offering their biggest Black Friday discount ever. These amazing deals are available for a limited time only, so make sure you don't miss them. Use my link to get up to 75% off Proton VPN before the sale ends. Yes, that's right, 75% off. It's an amazing offer just for you guys who watch this channel, so click my link in the description and make sure you get that deal. That link is protonvpn.com/heavy spoilers, so click that link and get 75% off. protonvpn.com/heavy spoilers. Wow, my voice sounded so great back then. Thank you, Proton VPN. Now, we also get the kids back at the standpipe, but mate, if I'd just met Matty there the day before, I would not be going near it, dear me. You're worse than Georgie sticking his head in the drain, mate. We then get a cut of Bob Gray saying, "Don't be scared." This is a form Pennywise took when he realised the clown was a way to lure children in. Now, because of that, Pennywise could witness the real Gray saying this and seeing how it works on kids and being like, whoa, this is a great way to get kids to come near me instead of like scaring the shit out of them and making them run away. However, the way it's framed in the glass, it's very similar to how Pennywise often appears, you know, head in a drain, back of a baseball game, stuff like this. This might be the first time that Gray took on his form and could possibly be using these tactics to lure his victims in. So we could be seeing that turning point. This is all clearly in Dick's vision as well, as we cut to him next before going to the wanted poster. We see the town has turned to martial law and people are walking the streets with guns. There's a red truck that drives by in the middle, and as we know, red is the colour of Pennywise. In case you've missed our breakdowns and you're watching like episode 6 trailer breakdown the first time you're seeing it, well, firstly, apologise for the voice. I don't normally sound this, well, I do sound this terrible, but I normally don't sound this terrible with a cold. But beyond that, you know, when a character's infected by Pennywise, they're often wearing red. Now, this truck looks exactly like the truck that first drove past Matty in episode 1. So this could be a signal of how evil is further infecting the town, and it might be the same truck. Cutting to a meeting at the bar, we see Mr. Kersh there along with Chief Bowers. This is the Falcon where the Black GIs got kicked out of earlier in the season. I feel like this is where a vigilante group's gonna form that will then go and burn down the Black Spot with Hank inside of it, which was teased at in the mid-season trailer. Now in the book, it was the Legion of White Decency who did it wearing Ku Klux Klan robes. For the show though, they're wearing masks, which we see around the 41-second mark. If you look closely at the guy's clothes there though, it does seem like it's what Bowers is wearing in this bar scene. So the chief of the police is leading the racist charge, and I doubt anyone's going to get prosecuted, you know what I mean? Bowers at the bar says he knows where he's hiding, and we see cars arriving. You can also spot a kid's bike against a lamppost, and the mid-season trailer showed Rich inside with Hank. Now inside, we see before that happens, and it looks like there's a party going. We know from the book that 66 people were killed in the fire, and likely all these innocent people get caught up in the blaze. And it's going to be a big massacre. This is the massacre that ends this cycle, and it's kind of what the Native Americans last time were like, well, there hasn't been anything bad yet. And it's like, mate, we're in episode 5, yeah? Something bad's going to happen, trust me. This basically alters things from the book, but kind of ties into it as well. In that Bowers burned down Will Hanlon's chicken coup in a racist attack. They took that out for the film, but Bowers doing the fire at the Black Spot kind of plays off of it. Beyond this, we have Leroy arguing with Charlotte about the creature. There's further shots of Dick's vision, along with Lily being taunted and Will being held back by his father. We then end the teaser travelling into the sewers and get a jump scare of Pennywise in black and white. Due to all the other black and white shots, I'm guessing this is the culmination of Dick's vision. I would imagine that he follows that nurse, sees the full attack, and then they basically splice it up throughout the trailer. I'm actually also surprised they're doing the Black Spot this early, as I thought this would have been like an episode 8 event. But yeah, that's what it seems like is happening, and then I'm guessing the shots of the mist over the town, the bodies floating overhead as the kids run through the streets, that will all be stuff that happens later down the line. Anyway, that wraps up the teaser. Please drop a like on the video and drop a comment with all your thoughts below, yeah! If you want to follow us on Instagram and see how badly my man flu's going, then make sure you check us out at Heavy Spoilers as well. Now if you want to support the channel and get some of the cool t-shirts behind me for yourself or a loved one for Christmas, then check out our merch store right below the video. We have our amazing Deadlights t-shirt designed by Sheridan that's based off the poster for The Thing, and also have Vecna ones just in time for Stranger Things, and all the ones you see behind me basically. If you buy more than one, you also get a discount, so it's a great way to save yourself some money while wasting your money on merch. But yeah, new designs on there all the time. We've got lots coming for Fallout, so keep an eye out. Either way, huge thank you for sitting through the video. I've been your host Paul, you've been the best, and I'll see you next time, you son of a bitch, and I hope I sound better by then. You take care, peace.